can tell this is going to go good.
Continuing Asylum week in whatever month it is, I don't remember.
2022 though.
We're reviewing
the year.
2012 Supernova. It came out
2020.
No, 2012 Supernova.
Oh.
It was meant to cash in on the Roland Emmerich movie 2012, and this is the third Asylum 2012 movie ripoff.
And you picked this one because...
Well,
you said there were 3. Okay, there's 2012, and then Asylum had 3.
Yeah, there was 2012 Doomsday, which was the Asylum Christian mockbuster of 2012. Yes, that existed. That dealt with the Mayan calendar and the births and stuff like that.
2012, is that when Day After Tomorrow came out also?
Day After Tomorrow came out in 2004.
Oh, way long time before. Okay.
2012 came out in 2009.
I'm 8 years off. I don't remember 2020. Or
2012!
See? I don't remember it.
It was the Roland Emmerich... Okay, people, this isn't... I love saying this story because it makes me look good. I saw a trailer... When it comes to movies, you always look better than me. Well, this will be where I look better than JJ. Because when this movie came out, it came out in like November. And I think I saw a trailer for it, and I saw it where there were like 2 buildings that were like crashing as a plane was like flying through it. But it was in like LA or something. And then it said 2012. And I was like,
coming to a theater near you.
That looks awesome. I want to see that movie. And when around the time that came out, there came out another little movie called Twilight Saga: New Moon. JJ was like, "Come on, Justin, come on! You have to see New Moon. Don't see that silly little 2012 movie." And I was like, "No, I want to see 2012." But 2012 is like 10 minutes longer than New Moon. I was like, I don't care. I want to see 2012. And she was like, but I don't. So the big guy and I saw 2012, while as Kay and JJ saw Twilight New Moon.
Woo! And I don't remember much of it.
Oh, JJ remembered a little bit of it because we got out, and I was like, that movie was... I was telling the big guy, I was like, that movie was awesome. I just wish it was in like 3D or something. So, and then we met to eat at, I don't know, Chili's or something. TGI Fridays. We went to like a sit-down place afterwards. And I was like saying, so, JJ, how was New Moon? And she said, shut up. Because that movie was... I don't want to say just that movie, but with... There's some people who say, like, oh, like with the Star Trek movies. I haven't seen the original Star Trek movies, but they always say, like, the odd numbers are bad and the even numbers are good. First one was bad, Wrath of Khan was good. Star Trek 3 was bad, Episode 4 was good. 5 was bad, 6 was good. 7 was bad, 8 was good. Blah, 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 back and forth like that. With Twilight, I think the odd-numbered ones are the good ones, so the original, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn Part 2. While as the middle ones, being New Moon and Breaking Dawn Part 1, are the the cliche ones that people make fun of. And to this day, JJ still will not admit that 2012 is good. So that's how much she has a grudge.
When did she even see it? I don't remember seeing it.
I showed her the Blu-ray one time.
Oh, okay. Because I don't remember it.
You never saw it?
I don't think so.
Wow, it's not like Deadpool or Project X, like you'd be able to watch it. Anyway.
Or Black Swan.
Oh, you would need like some, I don't know, what's it called, medicine? Xanax?
I don't know.
You would need like something to like, you would need like,
it's not a movie for me.
CBD soda or something to like.
Oh no, we tried that once, remember?
No, I think that, oh yeah. You do, but you do not want to.
Or juice or something.
Yeah,
oh, God.
You would not be okay with Black Swan. That would stress you out too much.
Didn't she win an award on that movie?
Yeah, Natalie Portman.
We're sorry, folks.
So anyway,
taking him away from the story.
So there was 2012 Doomsday, which was the Christian mockbuster, but I couldn't really do that one because Smeghead has already done it, and he allowed me to do Asylum Week. So I have to kiss the ring and say, fine, I will not review one of the movies that you've reviewed. And then there was, and then this one came out around the time of 2012, the movie. And then there was another one that came out called 2012 Ice Age, where it was basically like The Day After Tomorrow with a little bit of Cloverfield. The movie 2012, but cynicism.
Yeah, can you say it? Spit it out. Cynicism.
Cynicism.
Cynicism. Is it cinema without the A-ism? Cinemanism.
Bleep flicks, because their word is inexplicit. S-H... 2 more letters. They reviewed 2012 Ice Age, and I don't want to step on their toes, because they have higher views than me, and they could probably sue me. So we decided to review 2012 Supernova, which I haven't seen the movie, but it kind of reminds me of maybe
You did watch this, though.
No, I'm talking about the movies that it rips off. It kind of reminds me a little bit of... Maybe a little bit of...
excuse me.
2012, the movie. But it also includes, like, a little bit of, like, 2001 A Space Odyssey.
Which I don't think I've seen either.
And... a little bit of The Day After Tomorrow or Don't Look Up.
Which wasn't bad. Jake Gyllenhaal was in that.
Roland Emmerich was in that too, I believe.
With the lady from 30-something and...
I don't watch 30-something.
Randy Dennis Quaid? No. Who was
Dennis Quaid, probably. So anyway, in this movie...
put it over here.
In this movie, it has a guy who's, like, he's married with a daughter, and they're being chased, and it finds out that they're in connection, or that he's hired by, like, the government or something.
Space program.
Of, like,
it wasn't
a
NASA,
giant...
but it was a special space program. And the wife and daughter didn't know what he was involved with until, like, the last minute when they needed to get to either the space station or to safety. So,
basically, it's not so much the end of the world. Well, kind of. But it's not December 21st, 2012. It's that there's a giant asteroid that's about to, like, crash into the Earth. Right? Oh, by the way...
And the supernova was, like, the protection around the Earth, that they had to send up these...
astronauts.
The satellites.
That's where 2001 comes in.
And they were going to destroy the meteorite. So it was like
asteroid.
Yeah, it was like a one-way trip.
And even though this movie is called 2012 Supernova, there is absolutely nothing to imply that it's taking place in the year 2012. It doesn't even say it once. It doesn't even show a calendar.
True. Has a Russian and an Asian lady scientist.
So there's kind of two plots going along with this movie. You've got one plot which is about, the end of the world. And you've got another one where...
mother and daughter are trying to get to safety.
Yeah, and along the way they encounter, like, an attempted rapist. Right?
Well, he wanted...
the daughter.
Yeah, he wanted the daughter to stay with him, and the mother could take his truck then.
Along the way they're trying to...
But see, a lot of things were happening while they were headed.
Yeah, it was like starting to rain meteors or asteroids.
Well, yeah, and then creating fires and earthquakes and everything else going on.
That's pretty much all I remember of the movie. Anything you want to talk about of the movie?
Well, it didn't seem like the mom and the daughter were very close, but they got close while they were trying to. And they had to keep going to different vehicles, and they had people chasing after them, trying to kill them, capture them, because they wanted to get to her husband and the girl's dad.
I wonder, I think that might have been in the Roland Emmerich 2012, or at least maybe in the trailer.
Celia Ward. That's who was in Day After Tomorrow. She was on 30-something. So
she was also on some other show.
CSI New York. So...
1 second, folks.
He kept thinking that...
Keep talking, I'm going to look up something.
Okay. He kept thinking that his wife and his daughter had to get to the Space Center, or at least get to shelter because of all of the earthquakes that were happening, and he wanted them to be able to survive what was going to happen if they couldn't get... Excuse me.
Oh, sisters.
If they couldn't get the satellite...
She's also on this FBI, one of the shows you watch.
Recent?
Dana Mosier.
On which one?
The original, I think.
CSI, not FBI.
Yeah, I said FBI.
Oh. I don't remember her on... Oh, she was there before the current... Yeah.
Dana Mosier?
Yeah.
Moser?
Before
Whatever.
the current person in charge in New York.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, so the mother and daughter had to keep taking different vehicles on the opposite sides of the cracks, and they kept wondering why these people were after them to kill them. And with the Asian, I think she was Japanese or Chinese.
Chinese, because I think you said she was Chinese.
I said she was Asian, so I didn't know.
Okay.
And with the Russian, they kept thinking it was the Russian that kept giving away the different information, and it turned out to be the Asian. Probably a spoiler, but whatever. Yeah, but they go up and we won't tell what happens, but they have to send more satellites up, which means they have to send more crews up. So how far are you going in this?
How does this compare to...
Day After Tomorrow?
No, how does this compare to Dragon? The previous Asylum film.
Right. I'm trying to...
Okay, how does this compare to the other Asylum films that we've seen, like Sinister Squad and Trollland?
Oh, jeez.
You know what? This had better animation than in Trollland.
Yeah, but I think it didn't really have animation.
It had better effects.
Yeah. I think
it didn't have...
Dragon was probably the better.
Yeah.
They probably weighed about the same because there were different stories.
I didn't like in Dragon how it changed from one light to another light and then back to the original light.
Yeah.
I thought it was better than Sinister Squad. That's the one you didn't want to see.
Thank you.
I don't know how it compares to,
Aren't we watching one more?
We're watching 3 more. It's Tuesday.
Hey, yeah. It is Tuesday.
I think I should spoil and review one of the movies we're not going to review, and that is Clown, the Asylum blockbuster of It.
No, we do not want to involve clowns in anything.
You wouldn't even want to see the comedy Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
No!
It's a comedy!
Yeah, but it's Killer Clowns.
It's spelled Klowns. How terrifying do you think it can be? It's as
I'd rather not.
It's as terrifying as Attack of the Giant Tomatoes with George Clooney.
Anyway,
it's on Tubi, so if you want to watch it, go ahead. As for me, if I want movies about 2012, then I will stick to good movies about 2012, like 2012, thank you very much.
well, maybe we should watch that on a snowy day. We're supposed to get into the 50s next week.
And if I want to watch a movie, and if I want to watch something about 3 astronauts going, or 3 people going into space to save the world, then I will stick with good things like the Wizards of Waverly Place episode where they go into space. Thank you very much.
Oh, excuse me.
You have anything to say?
If you got the time and you want to, go ahead.
You know what? I feel you're kind of bored with all of these monster and epic movies, so let's watch an Asylum family kids film that isn't one of their Christian films.
Okay.
So that means it's not Sunday School Musical.
Sunday School Musical.
That's a real movie.
Oh, they tried to do it out of High School Musical, and it was at a church with Sunday school.
Although, Film Brain, shout out to you, and Todd in the Shadows. It's more of like, Breakin', the Breakin' movies. Even though the tagline on the cover implied that it was a reference to Sister Act. Sister Act, High School Musical, pretty much the same thing, right?
No, I don't think so.
If I want to watch things that rip off Sister Act, then I will stick to good things that rip off Sister Act, like the In Living Color sketch Sister Act 3, This Ain't Kosher, thank you very much. I'm not making that up.
No, I don't think you would with In Living Color.
I figured I'd reference that as opposed to the Marley Matlin Deaf Comedy Jam sketch. Sister Act 3, This Ain't Kosher sounded more appropriate.
Okay.
And what's in...
Why don't you wrap it up?
But yeah, and apparently it wasn't like a Sunday school. It seemed more like a...
One-room school?
Well, not only that, but it seemed like a religious pay school. I'll
like
show you.
Catholic and Lutheran schools.
Yeah, something like that. Well, tune in next time. Bye.
Bye bye.